Hi guys, it's Jim here from Jim and Jay's thought videos, post-match videos. We need a new title for that really, I think. Welcome to the post-QPR game. It's a few days after Christmas. I'm in my flat. We've still got the Christmas tree up. So, no one's got around to taking that down yet. When do you take it down? Is it straight after Christmas? Or is it New Year? I think it's New Year. I don't know. I can't really be bothered, to be honest. It's been a crazy few days, hasn't it, for Palace, as per, you know, why else would we support them? Warnock's gone, Millen's in charge temporarily, which is his third time now that he's been caretaker boss, which I think might be a Palace record. I know Steve Kemba's done it twice, and had the job twice, but I think Millen as caretaker 3 times might be a record. You know, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Keith's a bloody lovely guy. We all love him, don't we? He's lovely, but whether he's the guy for the job, I don't actually know. Is he ready yet? I think he wants it now. But I don't know if he's really ready. It's a big ask for someone that hasn't had experience full-time before. But then, you know, how do you know? Sometimes you just do it. You know, previous caretakers have done all right. Or there are actually people that have been sat recently. Houghton was a caretaker, and then Sats Sherwood as well, who's linked with the job. So I don't know. I think it needs right now, because how crazy it is, it needs someone who's really been there before. You know, someone like Pulis. I know it won't be Pulis, but someone like Alan Pardew, you know, who is favourite now to get the job. So you need an ego, and he's got an ego for enough, you know, for a whole team, let alone one person on the bench. So we'll see. Anyway, QPR, we didn't start with any strikers. We had Wilf up front. We all know Wilf isn't really a striker, but you know, what are you going to do? So he struggled, I think, up top on his own. He likes to kind of take people on, doesn't he, out wide. And, you know, we need someone up front who can just hold it up. You know, we need a Glenn Murray, maybe. So Wilf wasn't the guy. We played okay. It was a terrible game, wasn't it, really? It was like the Stoke game. 2 teams desperate not to lose, really, which is kind of sad, because that's kind of the way it is when you're down the bottom in the Premier League. The margins are so small, and a win can have such a difference. Actually, you're better off not losing and then really going for those games that you can win at home, which we haven't been doing, which is why Warnock was sacked. So, you know, still QPR have done well at home, so, you know, come away from a point isn't terrible. Clean sheet as well, which is good. Punching, I thought, looked better, you know, possibly because Warnock's gone. You know, he didn't like Warnock, did he? So he looked a bit better. Wardy and some of the guys at the back, Scott Dan as well, looked a little bit more assured of themselves. So, you know, maybe Warnock lost the dressing room. You know, maybe that was the reason, and maybe it was time for him to go. So we never really know. But it's one of those games where you want the team to fight hard and to battle, and they did that, so that's great. You know, we still lack a bit of quality. We still need a striker to come in January. We need a left back, obviously, to get Wardy back to right back. We need a bit more quality, but, you know, if we can get the team believing in themselves again, if Pardew, who, you know, reportedly is very, very popular with the players at Newcastle and where he's been previously at previous teams, so if he can get them believing again in the team, just like Pulis did, then I think we've got all the quality to stay up. So, yeah, that's it's kind of my thoughts, really. It's been more about the manager than QPR that game, this video, isn't it? But anyway, here's Jay with his thoughts on the QPR game. Unless anything crazy happens between now and Villa, we won't see it till the new year. So have a great New Year's Eve, whatever you decide to do. Here's to 2015. Let's hope it's a good one for you guys and for Palace as well. So thanks for watching, and here's Jay.
Hi there, it's Jay, alongside Jim for our latest video, and we're looking back at the Queen's Park Rangers result yesterday. And obviously, a bit of turmoil at the club, what with Neil Warnock being sacked before the game, after the Southampton defeat and the manner in that it happened. But we've already talked about that and our views on the departure of Neil Warnock. So we're going to touch on the QPR result, and we travelled to Loftus Road in a game which was already suggested as a 6-pointer, a relegation 6-pointer as it was. Both teams are struggling in the Premier League at the moment, and it wasn't a game for the purists, as many people were saying. It's perhaps one game to forget, but both ourselves and QPR fans, it's a game where both teams wanted to win. There was a significant improvement in the way that Palace played, I think, personally. There was a lot more of a team ethic, a lot more team bonding on the pitch, which was visible. A lot of players helping each other out, which has kind of been absent for a fair few games now, particularly in games that we've underperformed in. Across the middle, again, we were strong. The McJedley trio of Jedinak, Ledley and MacArthur were immense in the middle and were a dominant force really against QPR. And I think we shaded the first half. Punch had a great effort which was set up by Joe Ledley. He hit the post and showed a bit of form that he hasn't been showing of late, and it showed that he seemed to have the shackles off him a little bit, and he was free to do or to play as we would expect him to last season. So yeah, I think second half, moving into the second half, QPR were clearly going to come into the game a bit more than they did, and I think the best effort they had was an effort that Julian Speroni was equal to in the game, which preserved the at least a draw for us. But you know, we had a few chances to get the 3 points, but I'll take it. Well, I would have taken a draw before the game. To be fair, we can't concede points to teams such as this, who we're going to be or likely to be struggling against towards the end of the season. I mean, the back line were immense the whole game. Charlie Austin didn't really get much of a look in at all, and he's been in a hot streak of form of late. So I mean, fair play to Scott Dan, who marshalled the defence really well, and alongside him Delaney, Ward, and Mariappa, they all played well in what is a difficult game away at QPR, and they've been getting all their points that they've got so far at home. They can't get points away, so we've kind of stifled them a little bit. So Millen's done a decent job. He's come in as caretaker once again, and got the team to perform. And like I mentioned, there's not the 3 points, which would have been very welcome at this stage of the season and would have taken us out of the bottom three. But it's so tight down there at the moment. It's getting a little bit like last season. But the latest news today is obviously the Pardew is favourite to take on the job at Palace, and it seems to be very imminent. So I'm sure we'll probably do a special video if he's appointed, or whoever is appointed between now, if it's before the Villa game at least. Otherwise we'll do another video after the Villa game. But I'm relatively happy after Warnock's departure and the turmoil that surrounded that, and that the players performed admirably against QPR, and we can hopefully push on to Villa and try and get a result there. So we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching these videos. Have any questions for us, by all means leave the videos below on the Palace Fan TV. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube, and leave us your comments. We're on Twitter at the Eagles Beak, and you can also catch Jim on Twitter as well as myself. We'll be interested to hear your thoughts. So we'll catch you soon. Cheers.